Hi there, cuties.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you
Hi
there.
there. Yeah, um I've become the um master of invisible cuteness.
I was talking to chat.
Oh,
Like, oh, hey, didn't see you there. As though I didn't just hit live and not looking at the chat box.
right, but you also still genuinely cannot see me here because I don't have a webcam on.
Or so you believe.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Oh shit.
Don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry.
I don't know, that sounds worrying.
Oh, you're always just working yourself into a thing.
Uh-huh. To a what?
A state of
To a what, John?
hysteria.
I see. I see.
I can't blame you. It's just your nature as a woman.
Uh, Look, women can't help getting hysterical over things because men just can't do things when they're told, you know.
Yep. But why are we
So, you know,
why are we play acting like our grandparents? I don't know why.
I don't know.
I mean, the real reason is because men defined hysteria.
Yes,
Honestly,
yes, but you know,
it really takes the fun out of it when you just play along with my old timey sexism.
mm-hmm. I thought it would. I thought it would.
Yeah, I figured.
Like I said,
One of these days.
you can't send me to the moon. You're not strong enough.
I just need a really good catapult.
Do you now?
Yep, a really long catapult.
I see. I see. I see.
I wonder how big a catapult would have to be to send a human into escape velocity.
Probably pretty big,
Yeah,
considering you need to, like break pretty high up there.
yeah. I mean, if we angle it correctly so that going against the Earth's rotation, that would help a little. But it'll
Yeah,
still
but
have to be
with the
very
catapult,
fast.
then I'd still follow the that thing that snipers have to learn because rotational force. Um, Forgot what it's called. The rotational thing that happens.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, like you know, it would have to be strong and powerful enough that instead of going up, instead of going like up and round, it would still simply go up.
Yeah. Well, we do that with a rocket. You go straight up until a certain point, and then you just fly against the Earth's rotation.
Yes, Jonathan,
Yeah. So I'm
but
saying,
I'm saying you're
if I
using a
threw,
catapult.
yeah, you just have to be thrown hard enough in the direction against the Earth's rotation, and you'll eventually leave the atmosphere.
That will have to be a pretty
You
giant fucking catapult.
Yes, and you would probably be turned into like mush and bone
Yeah.
fragments by the G-force. But this is a hypothetical. You were
Or
never surviving this anyway.
yeah, yeah, like I'm just, we got to figure out how we do it in style.
For those just joining, we're discussing how I could bang boom right to the moon. In actuality,
And I'm to follow it playing along
yes.
because this is a funny conversation.
Ah, man. Speaking of hilarious violence, welcome to the stream, Godfather.
Hiya, Godfather.
And Dark
Hey,
Savant.
Savant.
What up?
You
Thanks
don't
for
think you
pinging.
could make a catapult that would survive those kinds of forces without ripping itself apart? I agree.
That's why we have carbon nanotubes now.
But I assume John would only need to use this once,
Yeah, only
unless he
once.
finds a quick bop replacement. In which case, wow, rude.
Yeah, and that would be tricky. You've only got brothers.
Yeah,
Your mom's kind of old now.
and and they're all kind of like annoying, but not in the same way as I am.
Oh, what about Ghost
At
King?
least I'm um
That's pretty close.
no. I mean, she is cute. She is similarly no, actually she's more cute. But but on the other hand, she's not as sassy as I am. So
I mean, you didn't used to be this sassy.
no. But also she's more sensitive than I am.
That's probably, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'll be unlikely to survive
I'm
the
the
journey to the moon. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm the asshole in my friendships usually.
I believe it. But it was
And
just
yet
a
I'm still
hypothetical.
somehow the nicest.
Weird how that works.
It really is.
I had a friend once who just couldn't, like, uh, mesh the two together. That I was, like, really mean to them, but also really nice. And it just, they couldn't
Mm.
figure out how to feel about it.
Hmm. It's the problem with being the nice asshole friend.
Hmm. I mean, my asshole's pristine.
I mean, I'd hope so. Please, hey folks, PSA, it's not good to walk around with bits of shit in your asshole. Didn't know that. Okay. Reddit has told me that sometimes this is the thing that
I've
people
heard.
need to be reminded to do. Um, just get help,
I've heard.
please.
It's like mostly a North American thing because elsewhere in the world they have bidets.
Yeah, even the French use bidets, and it's the
Yeah,
French.
they invented it. It's called the bidet.
Ah,
That is a French word.
yes, it is, but like the concept of using water spouts, I think probably predates the French,
Well, water
probably.
spout, sure, but not like a device meant for your bathroom that shoots water in your butt.
Hmm, perhaps.
But that's enough about my pristine virginal asshole.
Please.
Did I see the new archetypes? I only saw a couple of them. I need to actually sit down and. I want to find an article that talks about them. I don't want to watch the fucking trailers. I don't care. I just want to read. So I need to look for that later. I did see a couple of things that intrigued me. Obviously, the Bladebound Magus is like a fan favorite. That fan being Pixel Link. Um,
Hmm.
Now the hippogriff riding one, fucking interesting because that means they're going to expand on the verticality a little. I don't know how, but that was something that they obviously added to the game, the ability to have different heights and stuff, but didn't really use much. Oh, there's just a post on Steam. Perfect. And one thing that this leaves me in a weird position of is because we're doing a full playthrough. I have to
Hmm.
not install the DLC nor update my game, despite the fact that I own it already,
Why?
because it would break all the mods.
Ooh. Well, this is a problem you invented for yourself, bestie.
Like, a lot of mods will survive an update this late into the cycle, but they would not
Hmm.
survive DLC.
Yeah. Usually they don't survive DLC, as far as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But hi,
Well,
cuties. I hope you're all okay.
yes, I also hope you're doing well out there in internet land. I'm enjoying my little break. Just nice to not have to, like, think about doing stuff.
Mm. Ah, you're all nerds. But
I'm
cute
thinking
nerds. So there is that.
new Arcanist archetype, cool. One that can't do the special thing the arcane casters do later on. Merge spellbooks, or like arcane casters can do a lot of shit in these games. Well, I'll be interested to have a look at it. Arcanist is my favorite magic class, after all. Yeah, merge. Oh, cool. It can't do that. That is fascinating. Is it alchemist? Does it just gain alchemy or something? No, that doesn't make sense. That's only 6 levels. Oh, I'll have to look into it. Neat. Alright. Well, let's get to it. We've got a
Hey.
burning city to unburn.
I'm very deeply proud of Kenabres baby.
Gonna. Yes,
Kenabres
that
baby.
that was right off of top of Bob's head too. Kenabres were like kind of burnt baby.
That was so dumb.
It was kind of burnt down baby. That was it.
Mm-hmm. In a burnt town, baby. Look, sometimes I have the jokes.
Oh, I
Other
don't know.
times I do not have the Joax.
I do not know that archetype. It might be one they just made for the game, or I've just never seen it before. That's rad, though. I love that idea. I've always been a fan of like making the mechanics kiss and seeing what a new one comes out.
I love the idea of making mechanics kiss.
Yeah,
Like actual mechanics.
yeah, like
Make them
Abella
kiss.
and another Abella
God,
having incredible Wincest,
2 redheads. I love redheads.
right?
Where's my favorite redhead? um, please, show up.
New ULM exclusive for it. Neat. Yeah, I'll definitely read about that. That's. Here we go. This is you. Everybody can see and hear everything?
I can hear. I think
You hear like.
I can hear myself.
Well, then that's good. Do you hear like the singing in the background or some strings?
Not yet.
I can turn it up.
That could just be me.
It's not super
Oh
loud.
wait, no, I hear it.
When I get into the game, I'll turn it up. I don't know why it's that quiet.
Oof. Man. Soul.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got a lot of little things to do. Hopefully we'll get as...
Yeah.
I mean, if we really want to go for it, we could finish Chapter 1 today.
Ooh. That'll be cool. And we get to see the rest of this game.
Yep. This is a whole outside world. Chapter 1 is Kenabres, as you may have already inferred.
Hmm. Canal burnt.
Kind of burnt.
Burnt town. Oh,
Kind of
that's
burnt
the
down,
name
baby.
for it. God, Ichika would randomly think that in the middle of a dungeon and struggle to not say it to anyone because that will probably make them upset.
I need you to be quiet for a sec, Bestie, so I can hear, like, check the
Oh,
bars.
okay.
Oh, I could be louder. I don't know why I have it so quiet. There, you guys should be able to hear pretty clearly now. Alright, sorry about that, Bob. Thank you.
He's okay.
Just said, if you're louder than the game music, then I can't see it, right?
Yeah.
What are you buying? What are you selling? What do we got? Right, we'll hold on to Marching Terror and the Short Board of Code. The Sickle of Falter has potential. Yeah, we got a bunch of neat little weapons. The Attrition Dagger I bought. Breastplate +1 could come in handy. Oh, we have 2 recipes.
I get to bully Koja.
They've discovered a new recipe.
What an iconic guy. He's so
Onion soup
excited.
and wings and thighs. Oh, butt chugging the super alcohol, that's from Disco Elysium. We got like super high distilled, like 180 proof fucking mega moonshine. And our necktie tried to convince us to stick it at our upper butt for faster absorption.
And I said, let's do it. But
And
he
I
didn't
said,
want to because he's a boring
and
guy.
I quote, "We are not butt chugging the super alcohol."
The fun we could have had from...
God, that game's so much fun.
Would it have killed Harry?
Yes!
Probably.
Yeah, it probably would have. Harry dies
But
at the
it
drop
would
of a
be
hat. It feels like he's fated to
Interesting.
die. Alright, we gotta...
all fated to die, John.
I mean, within a week.
We're all fated to die in a week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Boofing, that's what it's called. I hate that.
It's an upsetting word, isn't it?
Yeah. Because if I heard boof, I would have thought dog. Boof, boof.
Yes, me too.
The defender's heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling festive city lies in ruins. But somehow, none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like a typical tavern revelry, but it also isn't the grim violence of recent days. Sheila waves to you. She's sitting at the table with the trio that you've met previously. The knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling.
It sounds like it's the start of some kind of joke about all three of them getting into a bar.
Yep.
Ichika, come, let me properly introduce you to Elan, Jana, and Carl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Like, like, like the Cart Titan?
Yes, like the cart titan. No, remember they
Why
rescued
are they inspiring cart?
they rescued a beer cart with like a big old keg on it. And because Sela's a cool paladin, like actually like a cool person. He's like, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Because we get to drink now.
She's a lame. She's so cute.
Sela pushes the mug of beer towards you and speaks softly.
It was me who convinced Irabeth to use what Jana, Curl, and Ellen found for a little party. Good. What a good lass. To be fair, it's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Like it'll help to raise morale, whatever.
Hmm?
I can speak. If you look out the window, you might think the end times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. You are very right, madam.
Sheila looks at you hesitantly, trying to gauge a reaction.
I agree with this. It's a good idea. Hold on. What are the... I
Yeah.
understand we need to continue living and fighting, of our heart, safe. Vibrator Dummery making in good company? Ha. 3, chaotic. That's my answer.
Oh, wait! I'm not ready for another toast yet. Not every day I get to drink with paladins, knights, and sword lords. So for that, the Aldori sword lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rostland for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder. Though they were considered to be some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they're also obsessed with personal standing and honor. There's even a unique exotic weapon that they use. Called the dueling sword. You have to either be Aldori or take exotic weapons proficiency.
Pretty cool.
It's a real good weapon.
Is it as good as a katana?
It would be like it's a piercing weapon, so it's kind of like a more advanced S-Talk. Well, it's an S-Talk that can also cut. It's cool. Anyway, Jana Eldori, she is the Aldori, if you might have guessed.
Hey, are we just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we get to know each other a little better. So we have better reasons to toast, you know?
Alright, what do we want to ask?
Tell me about you and your order, Elon. Ellen? I'm gonna call it Ellen.
Yeah, I think it's Ellen of the Houndhearts. Well, as stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south, in Andoran. Or Andoran, either one. Andoran is a nation of people governed by principles of common rule, which grant every citizen a voice. Andoran holds the reins of its own destiny in its strong hands, and its people, it considers itself the birthplace of freedom.
Oh.
I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path that I'd chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills. I enjoy training and drills. I'm not afraid of a battle, but risking my life for coin? Well, it takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die. I wondered if it was worth it. So, in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it'll be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev. Mendev being here. It's where Mendev is like the country where the world wound opened up. And became a squire of the Houndhearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies.
Oh.
We patrol the lands. I could be dying of old age. I would hope. I guess not so much in the last 100 years, now that I think about it. We patrol the lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to the travelers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago, after laying my mentor to rest. But I'm content with my choices. My place is among the Crusaders.
Okay. Well then, have you been serving in the Eagle Watch for long, Jana? What a nice.
George,
You guys
if I'm not
gave
mistaken,
me.
Andorran
Mhm.
actually is, like, pretty legit as far as its freedoms are concerned. Enough so that there's, like, a new rebellion every 10 years or whatever. Leads to a little bit of political instability, but it's something the people living there actually appreciate. That could be a different place. I know that there is a place where there's constant radicalization. You wanted to ask how long she's been with the Eagle Watch.
Um. Mhm. She has a pretty name.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mavin. Mivin?
Niven, you had it right.
Mivin? Um, and I learned a thing or two from him, believe me. I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in the petty squabbles of bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge. And you can't find a better place than Mendev. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. I guess they did. Well, how about you, Crow? How'd you end up among the condemned?
I just did. I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums, where everyone stole. Everyone stole a little, and maybe smuggled or guarded stashes. So, stares at his mug gloomily. But
Oh,
I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. For a reminder, the condemned are a military unit made up of petty criminals or serious criminals, depending on, conscripted as disposable soldiers for frontline fodder in the Mendevian Crusades.
yeah.
Reminder, that guy here, he has been in the
Staunton?
condemned. Yeah, Staunton has been in the condemned for decades.
Yeah.
He's hard as shit. Anyway, I'm not that good of a fighter, but as Norgorber is my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against the demons. Norgorber is the god of thievery.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a good scout. I could sneak under the nose of any monster. But I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city.
Oh, I hope your friends are alright. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now. And a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us, you'll see. So how do all of you know Zayla?
I met my noble sister on the road to Kenabres. I was returning from the south, from my fiancée, and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of my Omeday. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north along the road to Dresden, to my orders camp. One's faith grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time as they struck Kenabres, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined the forces at the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Houndhearts were wounded during the battle
Oh.
on the streets. On the last night of my order, who can still fight. And it's good to see Seela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Seal in a tavern in Kenabres, before the attack, of course. He was one of the few who would sit at a table with the condemned. Knights usually wouldn't even look at us. But Seal is different. I knew the moment I saw her.
Yeah, that's what made me notice Sela too. So I sat down to talk to her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly. And I still don't. Our Colonel is a great lad. So after that night, Sela and I went round taverns together every day. She is a cool paladin.
Yeah, Seela's rad.
Damn.
Seela is like the perfect example of not being lawful stupid.
Lol.
Yeah.
You're right.
What's I gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
I do, in a sense, understand why the knights don't, or why nobody really talks to or gets to know the condemned. And I don't think it's because they're criminals. That might be the excuse. But I think it's because they're expendable soldiers on the front line, and they don't want to get close to people who are going to die. Not everyone's Staunton, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, cat distraction.
That's okay.
He's so cute. Okay, Mendev is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here. Glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble. And they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like minded people. And friends. That was a toast. In case you didn't know.
I have a drink. We're here drinking.
She's so cute.
Yeah, Seela's great.
Oh well. Kojan knocked down the a bottle, but it's okay.
Oh no.
She's sweet and cool and still.
Mm-hmm.
Um Zila, did you call me over just because? Or is something the matter? I didn't to just talk about today's celebration. You see, Ellen is in trouble. I want to help him. And I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. You see.
Helen shakes his head. Bad idea, sister. I told you, I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on! Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live.
Tell me more.
In all truth, I did not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Iomade and her friend certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Kenabres has been overrun with demons.
My nose. Um, if I've learned anything in life, it's that nothing is that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sela begins seriously, but then a smile lightens her face. Take the three of you, for example. Seems like all you did was save one cart for some lesser demon. Look how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs, but who knows? Maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Kenabres will find the strength to protect the city. Sela catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Owen, I want to help you. And my reputation as a holy warrior of Iomide won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure
Again,
than a glorious feat.
A plus paladin.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot like her.
this is perhaps a very likable paladin I've come across.
Yeah, like in media, you never see a paladin that doesn't have a stick up their ass. So it's really refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And the game even comments on
Yeah.
it a few times.
Yeah.
The knight sighs. He seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of the mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else. I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met. May all the ladies here forgive me. The finest girl in all the world.
I knew it.
It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a bungler like me. But I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the Demon Lord Discari and all of his demons can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Kenabres. For half a year I've been getting up the courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev.
Oh, it's for love. We have to do his quest.
Mm-hmm.
No, we have to.
Yep. The independent knightly orders live mostly off donations. I'm not what you would call rich. But I want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find the jewel. The jewel the same shade as her eyes.
Oh my god, he's
Twice as long to scrape to get together enough money. Yep. Now this is a guy who knows he's that she is slumming it and he wants to seal that fucking deal. He's never doing better. He knows it. He likes it. He wants to put a ring on it. It's very sweet. He loves her so much.
He's such a nerd.
Master Derek's work was worth it. But I lost the ring during the demon attack. I'll probably never find a worthy replacement.
The ring is most likely still at the Houndheart's camp outside the city. Alan and his friends didn't have time to back up their camps. Luckily, hopefully there haven't been what's the word? Looted.
Scavengers, yeah.
Yeah. First the demons ambushed them. And then they rushed off to help Kenabres. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control.
I guess one thing that might help is a lot of the bandits are being drawn to the city to pick away at the ruins. So they might not be interested in like an abandoned campsite when they've got something much bigger they could fuck around with. Because we fought a few of them already. The Marauders.
Yeah. What could we run into at this camp?
My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp and then rode straight to the city without spending any more time cleaning up the rest of their band. It was only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, this was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time as the Wardstone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since.
Bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Have they ever explained how the World Wound opened yet?
Nope.
Or... Okay, I was just... Because I remember... Staunton was like helped with the flag of some kind, like he was the reason why some place got attacked?
Yeah, Dresden.
Yeah.
Before the Wardstones, which are apparently a gift from the goddess Iomade, um, they had this blessed banner that they kept in the middle of Dresden that had the same general effect as the Wardstones, which prevented demons from teleporting near it. Meaning they couldn't teleport into, out of, or through the area. Because that's what makes demon invasion such a fucking nightmare, is they can almost all teleport.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah. But they haven't told us how the World Wound opened. I think they might have mentioned a name associated with it, but I don't want to spoil that if they haven't.
I don't remember.
Well, you'll definitely learn.
Okay.
I assume you're going to help.
Yes, we are. Look, it's for true love.
Yeah.
It's for this dude who's so in love with this girl
Yeah.
that he wants to marry her. He still wants to marry her, especially in this horrible time.
Yeah. No, it's great.
What a silly goose. Sela puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Alan is a good man and a true knight. And I think the world will repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I am half convinced she's doing this also because true love.
Yeah. Sure.
She seems like the type.
But also don't get too invested. She is not romanceable.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. She is married to her job.
Sela, I hope you can convince Irabeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course. If the League of the Inspiring Card has come together in this dark hour, we must continue together. What a nerd.
Cute. Alright, so now we have the League of Inspiring Cart as a quest.
Woo!
Alright,
What
while
a
we're
name.
here, let's talk to some people.
Yeah.
Alright, were you doing any or was I?
It was me.
Right.
I remember you said she talks fast, right?
Yeah, she speaks with like God, it's really hard to explain. She's the most autistic person you've ever met.
Yep, okay. Girl, I am pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is the most efficient and, frankly, pleasing. With you in hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. I see. She's so weird.
Yeah, she's supposed to say that all in one breath, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous. She is ridiculous.
Like, I'm not gonna say that in one breath.
No,
I'm not
no.
an idiot.
Girl, I am pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge and hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of the future discoveries. There. See?
What a
It's doable.
weirdo. What a weirdo. I mean, yeah, it's doable, but I didn't want to.
Ah, I get it. I just felt like showing off.
Oh. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. You always express your delight so effusively. So
Yeah.
effusively. What? Were you? Oh, yes, my new follower. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as yet modest achievements and try to induce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle that underpins any training.
Fucking loved it. Ah, yes, I must give you encouragement.
I feel like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
What am I? She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again. Unless I forget.
Nenio, ladies and gentlemen.
She will forget. But let's get back to the business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the incon- inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley, lying between Kenabres and Dresden, as soon as is reasonably practical. I'll mark the place on your map with a large red cross so you won't forget it. What's so special about these ruins?
Nameless Ruins has been revealed.
I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my project. And I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you because you are my most loyal follower and you are worthy of possessing such knowledge. And also because you're the first person to ever ask me about it.
Why, yes, I will pontificate about my special interest. Thank you.
Okay, Nenio. You weirdo. Some time ago, I was walking around the border of the world moon, and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe, and his face was hidden behind an odd white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reasons for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, I am the answer, but what is the question? And he walked off in the direction of the world moon. So he's a weirdo.
You remember that when we met her, somebody did that?
Yeah.
A guy in a gray robe and white mask said something cryptic and just walked away.
Yeah, he sure did, huh? The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time, I met an elven woman. Judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask, I am the answer, but what is the question? She said, projecting out towards the world moon. And then I realized everything became clear to me.
Did it?
Did it? I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad talents. Nenio rubs the tip of her nose again. After all, these guys weren't simply on their way to costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction, to a place not far from Kenabres, a place which is marked a nameless ruins even on the ancient Circorian maps.
Okay, now
I
that's
see.
interesting.
See, that is interesting. I thought she was just a rambling weirdo. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secret of the place will be my greatest discovery. It will secure my place in history, or perhaps even in legend. How do
No,
you know where we have to go to?
Savant raises a good point. You gotta drink a lot if you're doing this.
I'm good.
Yep. I figured you weren't. Yeah, how do you know where we have to go? What a fucking answer!
Ah.
writing this character.
They sure did.
Do you know how to find a beehive in the forest? You need to catch 2 bees.
Set them free in 2 different locations of the forest and remember the directions they fly in. Then you take a map and draw lines showing the bees' routes. The place where the lines intersect will mark the location of the beehive. Fascinating, yes? By the way, forest bees do not make any honey. I see. So she tried.
And she sighs. She really, really wanted some honey.
Hey, Nanny.
God.
It's honeybees that make
Yeah.
that make honeys. You know.
Look,
So therefore,
Yeah, she's learning.
perhaps a garden. Garden might help. I used the beehive principle here too. For a couple of months, I tracked the strange people in the masks and observed the direction in which they were traveling. I collected the coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. All the routes intersected in the nameless ruins not far from Kenabres.
Oh, that's legit then.
What do you expect to find there?
I haven't the slightest idea.
I knew what was hidden there, I wouldn't be so eager to go.
Yeah, fair.
You know, these ruins of yours might turn out to be just that. Ruins. In that case, we'll write this experiment off as a failure and start another one. I don't know which experiment I'll try next. Okay.
Yeah. So despite
These
all of her
ruins aren't
passion
very
for
far
learning,
from Kenabres. Yeah.
I was gonna say, despite all her passion for like learning and knowledge, she doesn't seem to get emotionally attached to her actual projects. Like failure is something
Yeah.
that she understands, which neat.
Lucky. I don't like that. I'm attached to projects.
I know.
I attach my pride and my worth to my projects.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
It's not how you do projects, then you. Nanny's eyes seem ready to pop out of their sockets in surprise.
Don't you see? This is a legendary secret place.
Who knows what may happen to me after I lift the veil and uncover the workings of the universe? The mortal body may be unable to contain all that knowledge, or perhaps it will ascend and become equals to the gods themselves. Uh-huh.
So you just in case is what you're saying. You need help just in case.
I need you to write down everything that happens and report my fate to the interested parties in Absalom. And don't forget to praise me as I deserve while you're there.
And also a head pat, thank you.
Okay, Nanny. Would you like
Absolutely.
a head pet right now?
No, a head pat right now would be indulgent. For more than 4,000 years, Absalom has been the city at the center of the world. Metropolis-sized showcase of the greatest treasures of all of Galarian.
Hi, Kota.
The city not only holds a key strategic position for both commercial and military endeavors in the region, but encompasses the site of the ascension of 4 deities, and claims to have been founded by none other than the last Aslanti, the god Arodin. So that's a big, important place. That's like Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all I wanted to know about your task. Thanks. Thanks, Ninyo. You weirdo. Okay. Well, now you know, so off we go. I just make a rhyme. Perhaps I've discovered a poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say a word and I'll try to find a rhyme for it right away. Iomade. Says the scurry, go away. If you play, you need to pay.
Oh, we should have colored gray.
Yeah, maybe stick to your science. Not the best rhymes, do you think? All this experiment wasn't successful. We learned that I have no poetic talent after all.
There's no reason to despair. Having a gift for poetry in addition to my inexhaustible intelligence would have been a little too much. Besides, I am catastrophically busy and have no time to spend on writing poetry.
Some people really hate Nenio. Some people can't stand her.
I'm amused at the very least. I don't like it when you call me girl. My name's Ichika.
On the grand scale of world history, your name is relevant. I have no reason to
Get
remember you.
wrecked! Get slam jammed!
I mean, it'll be her who'll get slam jammed when I save the
Yes,
world.
when you become the biggest hero ever. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi. Koja, you're being cute. And silly.
She ain't done.
My God,
I know.
girly girl. Girly girl can't stop popping off.
Nope.
You see, the brain of any given individual can contain only a limited amount of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of thermodynamics, divine esoterica, planar geography, to lead Galarian into a brighter future.
Oh, Nenio. Oh, Nenio. You have so much to learn. Nenio, building connections will also help you do that. Oh, Nenio.
I mean, there's probably a reason she tries to do everything herself.
Yes. I'm not saying that there isn't. But I'm saying doing it yourself is not gonna help.
Besides, what if I make a great discovery? But I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated or useless information. What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Galarian.
Such a tragedy. I don't
But
want
you
you in my
remember your
party
own name,
anymore.
But you do remember your own name, right?
Only I know what to put. Only so I know what to put for the author's name in my encyclopedia. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Nenio. You have a good time at the party.
So she keeps implying that she just deliberately forgets stuff, which is such an insane thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, Nenio.
You know what? Are there any names worth remembering? There are, and to my deepest regrets, there are too many of them.
Nenio heaves a sigh that would befit a grief-stricken old man.
The names of gods and demigods, the names of rulers, conquerors, and other persons by some reason deemed great by the people of Galaria. They etched their names into history, and, alas, every self-respecting educated person must know them. But there are some names I am happy to remember. Great scientists. Some of them divine and others mortal, true keepers of knowledge and great experimentalists. The pioneers of knowledge. Aurori, Nephis, Aurilu Vorlesh.
You wanted to know what in the world when we got started.
Didn't expect you to mention Aurilu Vorlesh. Interesting. Number 3, John.
You think so? She is the greatest of the greatest. Just imagine. She managed to open a rift from Galarian to the abyss. No one knew how, no one believed it possible, no one even dreamed of such a thing, and she just did it. It was the experiment of the century.
Nenio wipes a tear from her eye.
I would have been so happy if I could have been in her place.
I see.
As the betrayer of humanity, who may have condemned Galarian to a holocaust by demons.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Of course, some part of Galarian's population died as a result of our experiment, and the Crusaders are still wrestling with its consequences to this day. The very essence of what Aurilu managed to do is a breakthrough of cosmic significance. both figuratively and literally. I see. Sooner or later, the world will be closed. Peace will return to Golarion. As for the victims of the ongoing war, they'll be remembered as unfortunate but unavoidable sacrifices made at the altar of science. Hey, Nennial, here's perhaps your next thing to learn would be ethics.
Yeah, she has a grasp of ethics, but it's a little tenuous.
Hi, Crimson.
Hey! Now let me open up the Demon Rift real quick, right?
Mm-hmm. Were we talking about something? I'll have to go. Bye, Nenio. Nenio produces a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. She lifts her chin. By the way, isn't that this is the exact same amount of time the Inquisitors of Kenabres need to find a defendant guilty? Here.
That's not a good sign. Because you know she's probably been observing it and has a good average. That's pretty fast.
That Shikov Inquisitor chasing you takes 5 times as long. The experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all.
Which is accurate to how full plate shit actually worked. It really didn't slow you down much. I wouldn't swim, and it's hard to do, like, acrobatics, but yeah, you can move around in it just fine.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Can we talk to Erebeth again?
Mm-hmm.
Erebeth! You cool half-orc wife who's already married to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Would you both like to make fun?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Harry. What a good fucking cutscene that was.
Here, I'll read it.
I would like
actually.
to make fuck with you.
I'll make fuck. Yeah, I want to make fuck with you. It's so fucking funny. Ah, that whole. I could do your Beth. You're already doing it, Evia.
Okay.
I thank you for saving our esteemed citizens of Kenabres. Even though not all of them deserve to be saved, may Iomedae forgive my words. Erebeth casts a meaningful look at Count Arunde, sitting at a nearby table. I don't really mean that, of course. It has never failed to be astounded at the way good people seem to perish, while the not-so-good prove to be incredibly, amazingly enduring.
Oh, she meant Deeren.
Deeren Arunde, yeah, he's the Count.
Okay.
Save your own
Problem with
bar.
Deeren. Is there bad blood between you two? Hello, Bop's friend, and also Bop.
Yeah. Oh no, nothing like that. I think he dislikes all paladins equally. But the real question is, who does he like? Only his hangers-on, I'd wager. The Count has a certain reputation in Mendev. He's not a pleasant individual by any means, but he's not known for any particular villainy either. The Count enjoys a life of leisure, surrounded by a gaggle of sycophants, who are always eager to badmouth the Queen at his command. He likes settling scores, too.
I mean, I don't. As far as I've heard from John, I don't like the Queen either. Is this the Great Bop channel? The GBC?
GPC, yeah. Well, I mean, how much do you know about Queen Mendev?
I remember some things.
Okay. There was a hero of the First Crusades, Sir Lant, a kind and honest man. After the end of his glorious career as a soldier, he became a wise mentor to younger generation. He ran afoul of the Count somehow, perhaps by lecturing him about his idle lifestyle and lack of purpose. When Sir Lant died, the Count managed to buy a portion of his estate and ordered a knight's helmet could be reforged into a chamber pot. Damn!
Oh, ow!
Guy pisses the guy's helmet.
Laughed.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, my ribs.
And,
Ah.
of course, he didn't keep his little joke private. The Queen was particularly affronted by it, because Sir Lant, used to be her most loyal comrade in arms. I was there receiving an assignment from Her Majesty and witnessed the exact moment she found out about the helmet's fate. A small thing, but I could see the Queen anguish at the travesty that had been made of her friend's legacy. Yeah, it's pretty
I don't
fucking
know,
funny.
man. I think if you were attached, if you're that attached to your friend's estate, you should have bought it up first.
Yeah, you're the Queen. I mean,
Get absolutely fucked.
like, she fought with him in the First Crusade, so I think that's why that really hurt her so much.
That's
what
so funny.
That's what our Count is like as a person. And as for his talent for survival, do you know the story of Heaven's Edge? He was the only member of his family to escape with his life when the demons unleashed magical plague at the Arendelle estate.
Could you tell me more about the events at Heaven's Edge?
I don't know all of the details. It happened a while ago, back when I was a mercenary, and had nothing to do with Kenabres. I only know that it was a grand feast in honor of Diren's birthday, and all his relatives were invited along a few other disgruntled guests, or distinguished guests. It might have been disgruntled too. Everyone died from a mysterious disease someone had unleashed on the estate, including the servants, the guards, and a number of clerics and paladins. But the young Count survived. Because of his healing ability, I suppose. Diren does possess an unusually brilliant talent, even if the application of his skills leaves much to be desired.
Sure, Beth.
So this is
You
something that
don't
should
like
stand
him
out to
because
you.
he's irreverent.
He's very irreverent. But this should stand out to you. How the fuck did paladins die of an illness?
Yeah.
They're immune.
Was it a curse then?
Might have been. Something supernatural.
So why is he trying to provoke the queen?
Who knows? It could be some family matter. The Count is Her Majesty's cousin, twice removed, or something like that. But I think he simply enjoys infuriating people. Crusaders and Diomedes servants especially.
I mean, you lot do make it easy. Non-supernatural illness, I think, in
Yeah.
Pathfinder.
That's why I said it had to be supernatural. But it's not an irrelevant detail.
My pleasure. Oh, Irabeth, don't say that kind of thing.
Sorry you had to endure my
by my
grumbling.
ear holes.
Watching these things happen to my city has put me in a foul mood.
I found General Doyle, he asked.
Yes, thank you. It's good to have her back. We need every fighter we can get. I suppose it's asking too much to want fighters that are sober as well.
So these ward stones, what are they?
They are our greatest treasure, the shield given to us by Iomade herself, and placed in Kenabres and other Mendevian cities and fortresses by her herald. The chain of wardstones forms a protective barrier that stops the expansion of the world wound and keeps demons from moving beyond its borders. I shudder to think what would happen if that barrier fell.
Irabeth, you shouldn't say that kind of thing. Irabeth, Beth. That's gonna happen now. Beth. Well, the Tower of Strahd has been cleared of demons. You can go there now.
Wait. Places where demons have gathered need to be cleared one by one. Then they won't be able to stab us in the back when we take on the Grey Garrison. Thank you for your service.
Alright, let's go.
May Iomade keep you safe. Alright.
Let's bother Deeren.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should go talk to Deeren.
And flirt with him. Because I don't know, that was pretty funny. That deserves a flirting.
The Defender's Heart is a splendid choice for the Crusades outpost. I need a drink, hold on. Why is he trying to provoke the Queen? We don't know yet. Irabeth just said it was like, he doesn't like Paladins of Iomade or people with power. But like, it did seem pointedly aimed at the Queen. Who knows? The Defender's Heart is a splendid choice for the Crusade outpost. The very sight of these walls brings back fond memories of drinks and revels. The drinks were really good, by the way.
Hmm? So many things to ask. Well, people say that you're deliberately trying Queen Galfrey's patience. Not true?
Does it even matter? Does it even matter? All of Mendevian high society has declared war on me. They either despise me, or they're trying to steer me back on the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Kenabres will bring. He grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the Great Kenabres fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order, a batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week, I'll be at every shop in the capital. Did you remember that the silver dragon got her head cut off?
Oh, yes. Let's see. Not 3.
No.
I don't really care about 1 either. But 2 seems a bit much as well.
Yeah, no. You could just not do an alignment answer. It doesn't matter.
I see. Thank you for your answer.
You won't find a more honest and straightforward fellow than me.
What made you join my party after all?
You mean instead of carousing far away from Kenabres with a small army of mercenaries to protect me? I'll get to that.
Okay.
You see, when you appeared at my door out of nowhere, awash with bravery and heroism, and started tossing demons around like ragdolls, I thought that your company might be more exciting than the usual crowd of sycophantic hangers-on. You seemed competent and mysterious at the same time, so I decided that a little demon hunting wouldn't hurt, especially with such an intriguing entourage. That party has been growing staler every passing second anyway. So he actually knows that everyone around him is a suck-up. He doesn't necessarily like them. Needless to say, I'm not here for long. I shall return to the capital, or even one of my country estates, as soon as we reclaim the city. Crusades, bellowing commanders, row upon row of identical tents. This is not the life for me. But I will certainly remember you and our adventures together. For a week, or maybe even longer than that.
Mhm. Hmm. 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 He's an interesting fella.
Right?
Can I ask you a few personal questions?
You can try.
You don't seem especially keen on helping people. But your knowledge of healing is impressive. What prompted the interest?
Ah! If you really want to try out everything in life that life has to offer, you also have to understand how to deal with the consequences. And I'm
Yeah,
not
okay.
talking about a simple hangover, mind you.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So he's smart. I mean, obviously, but you know.
Yeah.
Five, do you enjoy being mean to everyone? What a lame question. I'm sorry.
You can ask it.
I know, but it's such a lame question. It's like, duh, of course he does. It's one of those things where it's like, you know how we're both assholes?
Yep.
It's like we're assholes because it's funny,
Yeah. But
not usually to hurt people.
he is a lot meaner than we are.
Yeah.
And he does do things to hurt people.
Yes. But you know, we don't do it to hurt people, but he does,
No.
and therefore he does enjoy it
Like,
to some
the
degree.
emotional damage Galfrey probably took from the helmet thing,
Yes.
like, that's cruel.
Oh yes. Uh, what do you hate the most?
The feeling of helplessness. The lack of control over my own life. He replies without thinking. Then, adds with obvious sarcasm, and onion rings, of course. I'd murder the person who came up with those abominations.
Why?
Doesn't like onion rings.
Why? You weirdo. They're pretty good,
They're great, I don't know why. I eat onion rings all the time if they were cheaper. Easier to make.
right? Like they're kind of okay to make,
If you get a
but
deep
like
fryer.
the
I
process
don't
takes
have
a
one.
while. Yeah, me neither. What do you cherish most in life?
He's clearly an onion. Ah, yeah, that would explain it.
He's clearly an onion.
Wonder what Shrek thinks of onion rings. Uh, what do you cherish most in
You
life?
probably like it.
There are far too many things that I cherish to fit them all in a single conversation. Believe it or not, I might be one of the most life-loving people you'll ever know. He smiles, his eyes gleaming with something different from his usual impudence and irony. A dreamy air about him all of a sudden. I rarely meet anyone who embraces the joys of living as enthusiastically as myself. There are so many exciting and beautiful things in the world. It should be illegal to waste your time on anything you do not enjoy. And I am not afraid to repeat that to anyone's face, should it be Discari, his demonic horde, or Iyamade, the Lightbringer herself.
I wonder if that's part of why he doesn't like Crusaders, if he truly doesn't like Crusaders.
Could be.
Like, he thinks the idea of living with so many rules
Yeah.
to, like,
There's no way they enjoy it.
yeah. Okay, I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Alright, you're all mine now, chat. Hope you're doing well out there. And I hope everybody's enjoying this, apparently fully voice-acted playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous. It rub away, huh? Kinky. Yeah, rub works too. Rub away! God, I'm so excited for Bop to meet Regil and see some interactions between, like, Diran and Ember. Regil and anyone. When do we get more Quarry? I'm not sure. Maybe next week. But it's definitely coming. I enjoyed the first bit that we played. I know Bob digs it too, so no reason not to. Some other games I have to get going, though. I'll have to wait until next month when my finances are a little more stable, but I need to pick up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Magic Deceiver. Oh, I don't know that one. Neat. I'll, yeah, like I said, I'll check that out. But horror movie game. I know, I know. It is really good. But I gotta prioritize games that are gonna be longer, take a lot more time, like this, Fear and Hunger, FF7. Have I played Arcanum on the channel? No. Is that something you'd be interested in? Well, I know if you would, you're asking. Yeah, you like the Magi steampunk thing they got going? I mean, if I end up doing another one of those, like, classic, like, CRPGs, it's probably gonna be, oh, come on. Planescape Torment. Because, like, that's... not enough people have seen or played that game. People who loved Disco Elysium, they need to play Planescape Torment, because a lot of Disco's execution borrows from them. Slay the Spire? Nah, I'm not really into, like, deck building games like that. Haven't played either? I could definitely put Arcanum, like, on the list. Get around to it eventually. I'm not against it.
I return!
Welcome back. Have you
So
played
cuties.
Have you played Arcanum?
No, I
Hmm.
don't know what that is.
It's an old CRPG.
Hmm.
Yeah, Dark Savant was asking about it. And I said, like, if I'm gonna do an
Oh.
older RPG like that, it's probably Planescape Torment, but I'm not against playing Arcanum. And now you're caught up.
Hi,
Also,
cuties.
Bjornvar is trying to persuade me to play more, The Quarry, but, like, we're gonna.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, probably next week.
I'll be. Wait, next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was... What's that?
Because that was a fun
Yeah.
first look at it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I was just explaining to them that, like, gotta focus on the streams that are gonna take longer.
Mhm.
Things like this, or Fear and Hunger, or FF7 when I get around to it.
But if we finish the short one quickly, then you can get back to the longer one.
It's true. Like, one quarry, you know, and it's full of death claws. Mood.
God, first time I played New Vegas, I was like, how bad could going this way would be? Could be, you know?
Yeah, just take
It
the
can't
direct.
be
I'll take
that
the road
fucking bad.
right to Vegas, right? Just take the road.
Yeah,
It's right there.
yeah, it's right there. I mean, I could sneak. I'm great at sneaking.
Yeah.
Immediately, Death Claw. Okay.
There's actually a scarier
I
problem
only.
out there than death claws.
Oh, yes, there is. I don't remember what it is.
Like cazadors or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate those.
I think Quarry might have a second run in it with all the paths.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's true. There's potential for more. We'll see how we feel after we finish it, whether we want to do a second gig right away.
Oh, but it'll be cool.
It would.
Okay, but the thing, no, Alan Wake 2,
That's another
for
one
the
I got
ending
to do.
does require 2 plays.
I can't promise I'm
You-
going to do
you-
the second playthrough immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also have to do Alan Wake 2 this year.
God, that's such a good game. Anyway,
Yep, it and
back to this
FF7
other
are
good
my
game.
priorities. I just need money. Yes, this game, one of my favorites. Anything else you want to ask him?
Yeah. Do you have any good stories about your past exploits?
I've got plenty. But I have to warn you that even the most outrageous debauchery sounds far less thrilling when you're not the one doing the debauching. Still, since you asked, I suppose the worst mess I ever got myself into was when I staged my own kidnapping. I was once in correspondence with one of the Riverlands nobles, a young Lord Lebda, who you meet in the first game, who's like, can be a part of your court. Yeah, Lord Lebda.
No, Labida.
Oh, it's actually pronounced Lebda.
No, Labida.
I'm telling you, he pronounces his own name in Kingmaker.
Bestie, please, it's Labida.
Lebdy's nuts. And he told me about his days as a hostage to a group of bandits. This made me wonder what it would be like, and I thought that it might be fun to set up a little experiment. I engineered my own kidnapping by a certain gang through a chain of intermediaries and hired actors. Those fellows took the job very seriously. They caught me by surprise, killed my 2 bodyguards, and even tied me up. Of course, the whole thing seems preposterous now, but it seemed like an ingenious idea at the time. The employers had told the kidnappers that they were to keep me safe and sound, and another group of mercenaries, in disguise, was watching the spectacle from afar, ready to interfere in case anything went wrong. Turned out to be a terrible idea nonetheless. It wasn't the least bit fun or exciting. Sure, those bandits Had been unable to torture or hurt me physically in any way, but they had plenty of other non-invasive methods of humiliation at their arsenal. Taking almost all of your clothes off and splashing ice-cold water all over you, for example. Ugh. I can't even remember if I said anything truly offensive to provoke them. Even though I initially planned to let them go after the ransom, that overly emotional reaction made me change my mind. I told my mercenaries to hang them all on the spot. I suppose the whole ordeal might have taught me a valuable lesson, which is that I am not built for hardships and trials.
I see.
Huh.
So that wasn't a very worthwhile fun, huh?
That is a deeply fucked up thing he did.
You know, those mind games of yours will come back to bite you sooner or later.
I hope not. I enjoy myself. I enjoy my life. And I'd like to keep it going for as long as possible.
Oh, Darren.
So, that was a stupid story. And now I'll tell you a truly brilliant one. Prelate Halrun, who is that guy from the beginning of the game. Halrun Shapak. First gained the trust. Yep. Gained the trust and admiration of the city's people by organizing inquisitions against suspected demon worshippers and witches. Halrun and his force of elite witch hunters exposed dozens of cultists and spies. And, it said, executed many more under suspicion, but no real proof. These events started the Third Crusade, widely accepted as the least effective and most self-destructive of the four crusades. Still, Halrun evoked respect and admiration in the populace, as well as fear, agreed to guide the city as its prelate.
Oh, Halrun.
Yeah.
Oh, Halrun.
Prelate Halrun had strictly prohibited any public celebrations in Kenabres. He always picked on me for a lack of respect for the fallen and whatnot. His grumbling annoyed me so much that one day I drove 4 barges into the city harbor and set up a celebration on the decks. The ships on the river didn't fall under Prelate's jurisdiction, you see, so all he could do was snarl at me from the embankment. I, for one, did not forget the old boy. The main attraction of the festivities involved an inquisitor of Ayomade dancing and roasting beautiful witches on illusory bonfires, taking off his clothes with every new victim. The spectacle was so heated, in every sense of the word, the prelate almost had a stroke. That is some A+ trolling. Like,
yeah.
Damn.
That is pretty funny.
That's, wow.
He's like, I won the dock.
You can't do anything about it. Hey, check out I got one of your paladins here. He's gonna take off his clothes while I make fun of you for burning witches. Fuck. I still consider that one of the finest ideas of all time. Should the Crusaders ever succeed in their efforts against the World Wound, I will do my utmost to get permission to hold a grand public celebration. Rivers of wine, free of charge. An obligatory parade and a carnival in the evening. A contest for the most provocative succubus costume with a hefty prize in gold. Another contest where the participants will have to fish sausage out of a wine jar blindfolded with their hands tied behind their backs. The wine will symbolize the blood of all the heroes that died in the war, and the sausage, well,
You just want people with the sausage in their mouths, you pervert.
they'll find a heroic meaning for that as well. Over the years, the commemoration of the greatest victory of light over darkness will turn into an ordinary holiday, a fine excuse to get sloshed and rot like animals in the street.
You weirdo.
I want to ask one, but I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't tend to pry
Yeah, like I said,
about people's
this
tragedies.
is entirely your playthrough.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of want to.
I don't tend to pry unless I really want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, I usually don't. I am pretty good about holding in my curiosity these days. I have no more questions.
I hope this conversation was at least slightly bit amusing.
Oh, it was. Don't worry. Um, we should go. Let's talk to Ember,
Yep.
the cutie, the weird one, and have good lurks, dudes.
Yeah, welcome, dudes. The elf in front of you is young.
The elf in front of you is young, still an adolescent, by the standards of their long-lived folk. A childish, carefree smile plays on her face, and her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again in the distance. Terrible scars cover her body, and a few of her fingers are missing. A crow sits on her shoulder, observing you with its clever black eyes.
So
And what a
what?
lie, it's not on her shoulder.
Yeah, you can literally see it over here. One little thing
Um,
they kind of.
mhm,
This is very pedantic, but it's something that always annoyed me about talking about elves and relationships and shit. She's
mhm,
85. Yes,
mhm.
that would be adolescent for an elf, but they reach physical maturity at 25.
Mhm.
Like, she is a straight up adult. It's just elves have a weird definition of adulthood that isn't the same as ours.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like they have a whole. Oh, wait, well, I guess I don't know if it's the same lore in Pathfinder as in D and
basically.
D,
Basically.
but like they have a name changing ceremony at 100.
I'm not sure if it's they take a new name, but they definitely have to get their like community or their family, whichever one, to like agree that they are now an adult.
Yeah.
And it can't. Yeah, it usually happens between 100 and 110.
Um, you're always so cheerful. How do you manage to remain so hopeful when we're surrounded by such horror? Hope? She tilts her head and continues with a smile. No, no. Hope is a lie.
Oh no,
What
you
should
want
we
to
hope
read
for?
this? You want to read this as though you're like an excited girl.
Oh,
That's
really?
how she is. Yeah. No, no. Hope is a lie, but she's happy about it.
I don't remember her voice. Hope is a lie. What should we hope for? This world is in the hands of demons. The gods can't help, or they don't want to, or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons, but they still quarrel with each other and fight and steal. There's no hope. Only us. Somehow that's a lot hopeful. We'll have to win without hope. It'll be hard. The entire abyss is against us. We can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make one happen. What other choice do we have? Work a miracle and win because we have to. The elf smiles broadly and nods to herself.
Yeah, you'll get
Yeah,
a.
that is more hope than you can imagine, Ember.
But yeah, when she talks to Prelate Ulrin later, you'll get an idea of how she can say horrible things with just like a pleasantness.
Tell me about yourself, you weirdo. Well, they call me Ember. I used to live in the River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. Why do they call you Ember?
Yeah, the River City is just Kenabres. What she meant by that is she lived on the streets.
Yes. Hi, Koja. She's so cute. I've had many names. When I was little, Mom and Dad called me Dove, or Cricket, or Kitten. Dad called me his ray of sunshine. When Mom was cross, she called me by, by a long name. Grown up one, I can't remember it no matter how hard I try. Oh god. Your mom calling you by a government name
In Elvish, yeah.
is, yeah,
Like,
she was real cross. Then, when I came to live in the River City, the good people called me different funny names, like Amber or Torch or Smoky. I don't know why. Call me Bird Brain because I have a crow.
oh,
Call me Lucky Seven because of my fingers.
oh.
She raises her hands. The middle finger on her right hand and two smaller fingers on her left are missing. Middle finger on her right hand, two smaller fingers on her left. Wow. They sometimes call me grilled meat, and I said that was stupid. I didn't feel hurt. I didn't. I mean, they're right. I really am silly. They didn't mean to hurt me. Oh, they sure did.
Get ready for... Ooh, Ember is an emotional ride.
I like Ember. It's a good word. Embers are like people. On the outside, they're gray and cold like stones, but they're warm inside. You can blow on them and they'll start a fire to help you survive a cold night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Ember it is. Sure. What are you... Hmm... Hmm... Where are you from? Far away. From the flower country. The girl gestures vaguely off into the distance.
For there.
Uh-huh. It's so beautiful there. Everywhere there's flowers blooming, golden towers, and waterfalls, and everyone is like me, with pointy ears. There's no round-eared people, no short ones, no horned heads. We live there together. Me and Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad argued a lot. Dad used to say that all the good people should go on the crusade and fight the demons. And Mom said he was silly because it was so far away, none of our business. And that he shouldn't abandon his child. She meant me. Yes. But he didn't abandon me. He took me along. He said I was born the same year that the whole of the demon world opened. And he said it was a sign that I would be one of the heroes who close it. Of course, I'm not a hero, but I'm here anyway. Think as much as I can. Why would your dad do that?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's a little, yeah.
Where'd you get your scars? It happened by accident.
Oh.
My dad and I came sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the world wound to heal it. He said that the crusaders were the best people in the world, and together we were gonna win. But when we arrived at the river city, the crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad, so to burn us at the stake. Dad died, and I cried so loudly that one good night realized it was all a big mistake. I started yelling at the other crusaders and even the one in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. Wow.
I don't think there's another character I've encountered that elicits my protect instinct like Ember.
The kind knight took me to a healer, and I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was burned so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. 3 fingers missing and my skin is funny. I've lived in the River City ever since. Never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then demons came, and I met you. And you know what happened after that?
Oh.
Is it really so easy for you to forgive them? I'm not sure I could be so merciful. No one can say how much good or evil they have in them. No one can see into their own soul. Ember smiles and tilts her head. Her inquisitive look wanders over your face as if she's trying to look into your soul. No one knows until it's time to check. Time to check, huh? That's a weird one.
There's something odd about this girl, yeah.
Do you worship any deity? The girl shakes her head with an unwavering smile. Dad taught me to pray to Yomade. He said she was a kind goddess. She called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. Even lit the fire with a prayer to her. She did nothing to help us. But then one kind knight, alone without any gods, changed his mind and saved me. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything and they're scared of everything, and so they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves. And the gods listen for the praise, and they become smug and arrogant and begin to believe that they're better than us. But they're no better. They're silly sinners just like the rest of us. Huh.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Again, all said just with chipper exuberance.
Sometimes I praise the gods. Different ones. Good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop. Stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do... I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me... He was able to change his mind into a good deed. If he can change, maybe Baphomet can too. You see... That would require quite a lot of convincing, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you survive on the streets? The elf shrugs. There are many good people in the River City. When I sang for them in the street, they'd often give me coins or bread or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with the other homeless, and they showed me where it's safe to sleep, where I could get out of the rain and cold, find discarded things. When demons destroyed the River City, I looked for my friends, but I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basement to hide in, and the knights won't protect them either. Knights are like gods. So self-important, they're saving the world after all. Why do they care about the homeless?
Ugh. Like, I've already gone through this a few times. It's still hard for me.
Where do your magical powers come from, Bessie? These tricks? I have them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma, and before that, his father's. I've never seen her myself, but she's very clever and kind. When I lived on the street, sometimes she left food for me or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I feel her stroking my hair as I fall asleep. But if I open my eyes, there's no one near. I see. She also sent me suit. She scratches the crow's beak and the bird grumbles happily in response. She tells Suit how to do different tricks. And Suit teaches me. So, a witch?
It appears Ember doesn't know exactly who gives her these powers, but you can guess from her words that her patron is Andaletta, a powerful Archon, one of the Imperial Lords, also known as Grandmother Crow.
An Archon, eh?
Yeah. So she's...
Right.
You're right, she's a witch, getting her powers from an Imperial Lord patron given through Familiar.
Thank you for your answers. Can we pet Suit?
I don't think Suit
Oh,
would let you.
not at all. I didn't really tell you anything. I have to go. Bye, Amber. So go! Bye, Amber.
Yep.
You weirdo.
And like...
This is a party full of weirdos.
Oh yeah, no. Like, defeating the World Wound and the Demon Lord is going to take the strangest people on Galarian.
These are such weird people.
Yes, Ember is
Go to the
wonderful,
library.
and also, like, the most woobiest woobie I've ever seen.
Woobiest woobie. Those are certainly words, bestie.
Wooby's a trope. Character where bad stuff happens to them to elicit sympathy.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we don't need to see Joran. Yeah, off to the library. We get to switch up our party. For this, let's bring...
Do the thieflings
Yeah, we need to bring him too.
require what? Yeah.
Alright, Crimson. Thanks for hanging out.
Sleep
Always
well.
nice to see you. Yeah, sleep well. Catch you next time. Alright, so because reasons, we have to use the teleport to get around in order to avoid triggering an event that should not be triggering yet. Alright. So let's get ready in case there's a fight.
Okay. While we're doing all this,
Uh-huh.
there's this D&D group that I've been following. They've just put rest their long campaign that really doesn't actually have a plot. The ending was a wet fart. But there's something that I deeply not like about how they did their D&D. And like in a weird way, for some reason to them, engaging with the mechanics of the game is meta. Is too meta.
Right, I know that, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Like, you knowing, how big the width of your spell or you knowing how your friend is gonna do a thing is meta. And I'm like, but like, if it's a spell that you're casting and you've trained yourself to use, of course you'd know the distance. Of course you'd know how wide it'll.
Yes.
You know.
No, you know exactly. Like,
yeah,
that's a core part of combat. Yeah.
And like, that's not meta at all.
Nope.
Like, what's meta is information that you receive as you, the player, that you cannot use as your character. That's meta. Engaging the mechanics isn't.
No, it really isn't.
I don't know. That was the one thing that was one of the few things in their campaign that I found really stupid.
Yeah, they don't really understand. Go ahead.
The DM is like a new DM at the time when they started.
Right.
And they did like focus more on the entertainment bit rather than playing the actual thing.
Right, it was another one of those like theatrical things.
Yeah. But that still doesn't. Because like D20, Dimension 20 and Critical Role, they do still focus on the storytelling bit. Because they are all actors and improvise.
At least the main DMs, they like the game and have played it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engaging.
Engaging the mechanics of the game is not meta,
No,
is the point that I'm making.
it's not. In fact, you can't avoid thinking in the metagame. That's impossible.
Yeah.
When people want you, when people talk about metagaming and not metagaming, what they're really talking about is the logic you provide to the DM and the other players.
Mm.
Like, if the DM tells you that there's a locked door that you can't pick, your metagame knowledge is that there's probably a lever or something that I can activate in order to open the door. But you don't. The way you phrase that
You don't know that.
matters. You might, if you say something like, well, there's no way the DM would actually put a door in here we can't open, so let's look around and see if we could find a brick or a lever. That's metagaming. Now, if you're thinking, alright, well, my character would look around to see if he could find any way to open the door. That's not metagaming, even though it's exactly the same argument.
Yeah.
Let's hide everyone. Ichiga.
Or like Ichika refusing to believe there is no way the stupid tower has no secret passages. I don't know that there isn't a secret passage. But it'd be funny if there was.
It would. A stocky knight with a head of messy black hair stands before you. His armor is splattered with blood. He greets you in a deep, booming voice.
Ha! Crusaders! Excellent. I am Captain Caleb Sazumal, and these are my men. I am about to burn these vile backstabbers and heretics here. These pathetic imitators. The traitor Arilu. Imitators of the traitor Arilu who tricked their way into our ranks of the Crusaders.
The knight nods at the heap of severely beaten people and a strange elf whose appearance seems jarring for some unknown reason. Sazumal bellows threats at his prisoners, who seem to be in a state of deep shock and utter terror.
See.
The knight's left eye is twitching suspiciously. He's either nervous or he's winking at you. What could that even mean? A strange feeling rises up within you. It's pure instinct. You don't know what you're about to do, but you're certain that it's right. You want to try to pass some of these? Or...
Take a closer look at Crusader's armors and the symbols on it.
You notice that the emblems on the armor of the two silent Crusaders belong to the Order of the Flaming Lance. But Caleb's armor bears the sigil of the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Strange, then, that he introduced himself as their captain. Something's not right here.
I see. Chaotic. Requires trickster mythic path. Give in to the strange instincts.
So
Is this where I get the trickster
when you
mythic
say
path?
when you see this for the first time, it means you're getting it.
Perfect.
But you have to choose that option.
Yes. Using it. Get it. Idiots! Stop! Heed my command. Something Baphomet.
In the name of
Please read
Baphomet.
it, Nick.
Sorry.
The words fly out your mouth before you can even think them. Some gut instinct told you that this is precisely what needs to be said in this moment. And the words hit their target. Critters jump in surprise and look at each other in terror.
The corners of Diran's mouth are twitching. He's struggling with all of his might not to burst into laughter.
Don't laugh. If you laugh, I'll laugh.
Wolchif glares menacingly at Caleb. Didn't you know, mortal? We're everywhere. Good improv. Caleb leaps to attention and barks out, "Sorry, I couldn't have known. We'll fix the arm. We'll fix it right away, ma'am." An inexplicable feeling of rightness flows through you. You enjoy seeing the look of oafish terror on the faces of the Crusader and his lackeys, and you rebuke them for their fecklessness.
Re- so go rig the Great Garrison Library? Would that help?
I mean, you don't know if it'll help,
Will
but your
choosing
gut's telling you to do it.
one or two, like, end the conversation, or can you tell me that at least? Because I do want to choose 3, but I do want him to tell me who he is.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
But I can save.
Who are you?
I can't save. But there's an autosave not far ago.
Okay. Report. Who are you?
The Crusader's eyes bulge in fear as he barks out, Caleb Sazamal, former Knight of the Order of the Ever-Bright Crusaders, deserter. These two are my mates for playing cards, local fences for stolen goods, reliable men. We set up an ambush and caught 4 Crusaders. We wish to join the ranks of the triumphant army of the Worldwound.
I see. Cowards then.
Good lads, brave fighters. We could do with more like you in the cultist ranks. Then our victory would be assured. Really? That's subtle, too. That jab?
Oh, lol.
Yeah,
He's a good one.
he is a good one. Thank you, I do my best. He watches his line with rapt attention, his eyes lingering on his horn. They don't know
He does
fucking
look,
anything. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Daniel,
I know!
oh god! I must admit that the rationality of this individual should be questioned and subjected to thorough study for the purposes of establishing the existence of said rationality.
This guy's dumb.
Yeah. That dude's not gonna understand a single word of what she
No, which is so good. Oh yeah, dudes. My first pick for which mythic path that Bob's gonna take is Trickster, but there's an outside chance for a couple of them. Just we'll have to see. Huh?
said. What?
I love one.
I sure do love one as well. But I will rename him to Foul Snout. Caleb is a crusader name. Are you a crusader? I hereby give you a name worthy of a demon. Foul Snout.
Biting his lip, bold cultist proudly thrust out his chest. Thank you, madam. Alsnout furrows his brow in a display of menace, trying to show his brutal determination to take on the Crusaders' forces.
What a bunch of idiots. We don't accept just anyone into Baphomet's army. There's only one spot, and there's 3 of you. Do it.
Alright? Immediately.
Good. Thank you.
Caleb seems to be quicker in the uptake than his associates. I like your fucking owl cat just yucking it up over here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Just all over the place. He catches your meaning and surges towards the 2 of them with a weapon raised. A fatal blow followed quickly by a second, and 2 bodies are left lying at Caleb's feet. He smirks in satisfaction as he wipes the flecks of blood off of his face. Did I do well, ma'am?
Yes, good boy.
It was the most elegant reprisal against the fools I've seen in my life. Aaron says, oh, low voice. So only you can hear. Let me try that again. It was the most elegant reprisal against the fools I've seen in my life. I am in awe. I sincerely hope to see you in action again, and more than once.
Is he flirting with me? This is just flirting?
Kinda.
Stop wasting valuable fuel. If you like burning books, go rig the Great Garrison Library. Our enemies might try to sneak in there. Step to it.
Kieran looks at you with an amused curiosity and speaks in a soft voice. I do enjoy your sense of humor. It's quite fiery.
Blow him a kiss. Fire, you'll get burned.
Kieran lowers his lashes with a slight smirk. Thanks for the warning, but I'm absolutely fire resistant. Even if the flame is ever so charming.
I was just wondering, when do I get to flirt with people?
Now,
People.
right now.
The answer is now. Oh my god!
Yeah, his name's Foul Snout now. Yeah, his name is Foul Snout. You named him. Fucking good, isn't it? Plenty more where that came from, ma'am. I'll do everything you've ordered. Just as soon as the Crusaders arrive. They'll all be dead meat. I'll go make sure to... We got another... No, making another 2 barrels of alchemist fire from the Grey Garrison storeroom. Things are gonna burn right up there.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
So yeah, we basically had him set up a trap for himself for us when we get there. All we have to do is hit one of the barrels with fire, and we'll blow the fuck it. We'll blow them to Kingdom Come.
Oh, that's so funny. Let's go free these Crusaders. Or these people who are about to be
first
burned.
I'm gonna loot some bodies.
Right. Loot Goblin.
Alright, let's go help Storyteller. Rise Iomade, we're saved! Okay, I gotta do old man voice here. So tell me, just looking at his picture, is there something weird about him?
What's with the tattoo on his forehead?
Not sure
and
about
also, is he an elf?
Mm-hmm.
He's really old.
Yeah, he is pretty damn
Like
old,
a
isn't
beard.
he? Yeah.
Like he's got a facial hair.
Yeah,
Man's
that's
old.
So
He's old.
elves don't grow facial hair.
Yeah.
That's how old he is.
A blind elf stands before you. He looks extremely strange. His face wears its years heavily, which is unusual for members of his race. Thinning gray hair, a ragged beard, sightless milky eyes, pale papery skin covered in age spots, a spine curved by the passage of time. This is not how elves typically age. The youth that graces the faces of elves, even on their deathbed, has totally abandoned this decrepit specimen. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We have to call him a decrepit specimen?
This guy looks to be,
Jeez.
like, unbelievably old.
He's ancient. That's an elf. With a beard. I guess the worst can be found even among the best. Oh, Camellia.
She would hate beards.
Bearded elf. How very intriguing. If you please would like to pluck out a hair of that phenomenon manifesting on your chin. In the interest of science, of course.
The old elf holds out his hand in your direction. In the perennial gesture of the blind, greeting you with an unexpectedly strong and calm voice. Hello, I am Storyteller, and I wish to thank my rescuers. That is you, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Storyteller? Ah! Well, that's the first time I've ever heard of a venerable old-timer like that having a street name.
Okay, Woljif. Sometimes a person can lose their name. But Mom and Papa are gone. Friends are gone, and there's nobody to ask what it was. So instead of their name, a person can pick any word that's good. Everybody has to have a name. Or do they? I don't know.
Thanks, Ember. Pat, 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 pat.
Who are you? He just said.
The old elf frowns. I prefer people call me storyteller. It's very accurate. Describes the sphere of my occupation and interests. It's mostly, in most of the places I've been, I am known by that name.
Hmm.
You have piqued my curiosity. A storyteller. Are you a bard? If so, you should come perform at one of my parties instead of knocking about in this dusty library.
Oh dear.
A bard? In some sense, yes. But not the type of bard that performs at festivities. I think your guests would lose their appetite after hearing my tales.
You don't know my guess.
You don't know his tales.
Huh.
What a shame. I was so hoping to wheel you out in front of my guests. With your unusual appearance, you would have caused quite the scandal. But,
Lugubrious?
lugubrious. But lugubrious
word.
bards are of no use to me. Half the bards in the city are the same. Their repertoire is confined to the one about longing, and the one that causes indigestion, and the one that's a complete waste of time. I mean, really, how is one supposed to party with that?
Oh dear. You absolute weirdo. When I was little, my mother and father used to tell me stories. But I have no one to tell me stories now. Sometimes Grandma does in my dreams, but I always forget them in the morning. Can you tell me a story?
The corners of the blind elf's mouth slowly creep upward. For you, I may have a story to tell. But perhaps it is you who has a story for me.
I want to talk to you about something.
What's that?
I want to talk to you about something.
The old elf responds with dignity and courtesy, but firmly. In thanks for my rescue, I of course will render you a service in turn, whatever it may be.
That's fine.
However, at this moment I wish to be somewhere rather than this present surrounding. My recent adventure has also fatigued me greatly. I would be grateful if you could offer me a safe shelter of some kind.
Well,
Stubborn set of the elf's mouth tells you that he won't change his mind.
good.
Typical! You do a good turn, and instead of saying thanks, they just ask for more help.
I mean, this is a reasonable ask, Woljif, you asshole. Go easy on the old elf. He's had a rough go of it.
Yeah!
Well.
Yeah, because we've had it so easy.
I'm picking you to the defender's heart.
Storyteller lowers his voice slightly. Please, wait. I'm not the only one thankful to you. That young crusader over there is eager to give his regards, but he is too shy to approach you. I can tell from his quickened breathing. Take pity on the lad and accept his thanks.
That's a weird one.
The young man with aristocratic features wipes the sweat from his brow and gives you a courteous bow. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother Claim, at your service. Thank you for helping us. We thought we were doomed to perish.
There is death everywhere here. Sometimes I think we're all doomed. But then death passes by and we are still alive. Yes.
Lon looks at Ember with sorrow in his eyes. But you are an elf. You should live hundreds of years and never worry about dying. Little elf girls shouldn't even know such words.
When children are thrown into the middle of war, they learn many sad things. That is why we have to win. So that other boys and girls don't have to learn what we did.
Oh, fuck.
I love her.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah! Oh, that hits home, doesn't it?
Yeah, Aaron Yeager.
Nah, let's just kill
His
80% of
outro
humanity. Let's kill 80% of humanity and convince our best friends to kill you. Kill us.
What a terrible fucking idea. Fucking Reiner was right.
Yeah!
It's fucking Reiner of all people.
Yup.
He's like, wow, the worst person the Titan could end up with, and it's with this dingus,
Yeah.
this moron. Oh my god! Imagine how much good it could have done instead if it was with, I don't know, fucking Armin.
Yeah. Armin would have already, like, ended conflict.
Like he would know that there's good in having the power of the attack Titan behind him, but he wouldn't use it just to fight.
Yeah. I mean, it... Yep. Do we want to ask him anything, or just go take him to the Defender Heart?
How did you end up in this trap?
That traitor met us at the door. He seemed a faithful and
Ouch.
passionate crusader, and we didn't suspect a thing until... They attacked us from behind and knocked us out. We
Wow,
didn't
cowards.
expect such trickery. Most of our Order's brethren are dead, and we were desperate to believe that the man in armor was a fellow crusader, a comrade. While we were unconscious, they removed our armor and tossed on a pyre of books. Macabre blasphemy. Ain't it always the way? You start to think you might be able to trust a fella, and boom, he goes and stabs you in the back.
Oh. The... Hold on. Mom was talking to me.
Yeah, no rush.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
But if you never trust anyone, then soon you'll become a killer, just like Halrun. It's hardly any better, is it?
That's a risky
she
fucking
does-
thing to say.
Yeah, so she does disapprove of Halrun.
Yeah, and
But-
apparently is willing to say it, even though he could execute her.
Hi, Koja. Hi, baby. Yes,
Ah!
hello.
Don't start on that now. Ah, don't start on that now. Fine, fine, you convinced me. You can trust people. But only one in every
No.
dozen, I'd say. And not for very long, even then.
So, who are you?
We are Crusaders of the Order of the Flaming Lance. Our order dedicates itself to the pursuit of hidden knowledge and magical methods of fighting the demons. We are searching for our leader, Sister Miamir, a scholar. She spent the last few weeks here working day and night on some important research. When the demons attacked the city, we rushed here to find her, but it seems she left the city shortly before the attack began.
Mimir. I don't recall the name, which means her scholarly contribution cannot have been significant. And yet her actions too intrigue me. If the opportunity arises, I would like to find out what experiment she carried out. Mimir just left the city, leaving no word of where she could be found? That's concerning.
None. He left in a hurry without leaving any notes or orders. Why? I have no idea. The only thing that may serve as a clue is this book. The one that she was studying. The knight holds out a leather-bound tome to you. My company of worn-out words. Songs of a Crusader. Collection of ballads composed by a bard who fought in the Second Crusade. The first songs are brimming with swaggering optimism, but as the collection progresses, the texts grow darker and more obscure as despair and madness slowly take possession of the bard's mind. Miamir has annotated one of the verses.
I want to read this bit.
Okay.
Long dead fingers of blackest stone. The forbidden tree stretches out its branches to me. White pebbles dog my steps. 1,000 piercing eyes on hoar-frosted ground. The winter sun's rays caress the runes. Ancient symbols burn on hardened bark. Secrets crusted over with white lichen. And a white fog steals over my weary mind. Not bad.
In Miamir's handwriting, the note reads, 3 runes, stone book of the druids of old Sarkor is here?
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's an interesting conclusion you've drawn from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Alright. Mimir's note mentions something about a stone book belonging to the druids of old Sarkoris. What does that mean?
Stone books? Now, the druids of old Sarkoris used sacred trees as books. They carved their secret knowledge on the bark. When the demons came, the druids resorted to a dark ritual that turned the trees to stone, and the druids themselves into undead, doomed to guard the stone library forever.
Oh.
But that happened far away from here, in the Stone Wilds. It's possible that that's where Miamir went? Or maybe she found one of those trees somewhere nearby. I don't know.
So who's the elf with you? Is he a crusader as well?
No, he calls himself the Storyteller, and he only recently arrived in Kenabres. We often saw him in the library. He has an interest in the writings of early Sarkoris and the era before that. It seems the traitor caught him in the library and decided to kill him along with us.
Oh.
The young man's voice drops down to a polite murmur. Have you noticed that the Storyteller is a little odd? Even for Kenabres, where you meet the strangest people from the farthest corners of the globe among the Crusaders. Have you ever seen such a decrepit elf before? Not just old, but ancient. With a gray beard like that? Elves don't even grow beards, I thought. And they don't have wrinkles.
I like the idea that that storyteller can hear all this.
Oh, he can. He heard this guy's anxiety.
Yeah, that's true.
He heard every word of that.
And I just find it very funny because it's like everyone's a critic. Yes, I'm old. Jeez, get over it.
An elf with wrinkles and a beard. A detestable absurdity.
Hold on there. A beard isn't the worst thing a person can have growing on their face. Hold on there. A beard isn't the worst thing a person can have growing on their face. You should see some of the people back in my village.
Oh, Lon. The worst thing that's growing on your face is your mouth. Please, try to open it a little less often. Alright, Camellia,
Man
jeez.
clenches his teeth and turns away from a dismissive wave of his hand.
Go to Defender's Heart. There's already a fight back at Gathering there.
The city still fights? Why, that's incredible news. We'll go to our sanctuary, guarded by our order brothers and sisters. Bring them to the Defender's Heart. Yeah, so each of these groups you save will give you some bonus when you finally take the Great Garrison.
Sweet.
Because it is swarming with demons.
Why is the storyteller still here?
I think
should
you've got
go,
to
shouldn't
you've got
he?
to you gotta like talk to him so he'll go with you.
Oh, okay. Keen edge of truth, recollections, and admonitions of an inquisitor of Asmodeus. Demon lords whose names are known to mortals number no more than a few dozen. More numerous are those who aspire to that rank in their own abyssal realm, but who as yet are unable to make a bid for such power. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of such demons. Their names are known only to experienced
Demon,
demonologists,
demonologists, yeah.
and to those unhappy fools who decide to sell their souls to the abyss and fail even to find a worthy patron for their trouble. Time and time again, one of these weaker demons will secure a resounding victory, scale the heights, or should that be sink to the depth of the demon hierarchy, already fancying themselves a demon lord when they'd soon make a misstep and die in a glorious death. The fate of such a demon could serve as a lesson to the rest. But if demons possess the capacity to learn from their own or others' mistakes, would they even be demons? No. A stubborn refusal to learn is one of the major flaws that distinguish the bedlam of the abyss from the well-ordered hierarchy of hell. The demoness is Yagna, she of the sevenfold swarm. That is a good title.
Yeah, the demoness lasagna.
Sevenfold swarm. Demoness is Yagna. Slay Queen. What did you do to earn that title? Serves as an example of such fall from disgrace. One of the many daughters of Lamashtu, she possessed 7 bodies, 7 mortal women of the various races of Golarion, each with an ant's head controlled by one hive mind. Okay, that's not as sexy. She commanded various insects, swarming, crawling creatures, with ants her especial preference. God. The author of these words witnessed the oath of obedience sworn by cultists of Isyagna with his own eyes. The witless initiate was forced to meditate while sitting atop an anthill. However, the human sacrifices being carried out by this fool's brethren around the little town I was serving in at the time, far from amusing. It required no small effort to destroy the cultists who had been summoning ravenous swarms and spreading the madness in the name of their mistress. So what became of her? What fate befell Isyagna? The particulars are unknown, but consensus holds that the mistress of the crawling swarm ran afoul of the master of the flying swarm, the far more powerful
Yeah.
demon lord of the sky. Oh, so you're the demon of the swarm? Well, I'm the demon of the flying swarm.
Yeah, well, demon of the swarm. He's the god of the swarm.
Oh, there's something real hilarious about that.
Yeah.
That's so fucking ironic.
Like,
Oh.
don't step on my flying feet, baby.
Only Lamashtu's intercession saved her daughter from death, but not from abasement and the loss of her powers. Consequently, most of her followers forsook for the cult of the mother of the beast. The beast. Whatever. Today, Isyagna is worshipped by a handful of individuals who possess a stubborn predilection for sitting on anthills. And even to them, she can grant only minor spells.
Yeah,
Why worship her then?
because
That's so stupid.
they're stupid, yeah. Go,
You
Nenio!
gotta worship a god.
A success
Maybe-
worthy of praise.
The monstrously large demonic blade fell upon the library, splitting the ruins in two and leaving an enormous black scar. It's possible that Discari himself was the one to destroy the building with his terrifying scythe, Rift Carver. That's a
That's
good
a cool
fucking
name.
name for a... Yeah! Damn right it's a Rift Carver. The truth is, this is from that one swing that also knocked us into the underground.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Was that made by Rift Carver?
Yeah.
Damn.
Discari is a god. Oh, we already had that.
The case is full of text describing demons and methods of fighting them. Regrettably, all this knowledge wasn't enough to save Kenabres from the spawns of the
Nope.
abyss. Fuck you.
How to make money during a war against demons.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? We don't need that. That's fine.
You know, it's like one of those the Inquisitors hate this guy
Yeah.
kind of, like that's the vibe of that text.
Yeah. Inquisitors hate him.
Without shadow of doubt, expecting nothing in return, the life and feats of Lord Axelar Tresbot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tresbot. What a fucking stupid name.
I do appreciate that, like, the noble gets, like, a dumb, floppy name that just sounds stupid.
Foul Snout.
Yep.
Your name is now Foul Snout. I name you.
So good. The Varisian Horror. It's fiction. These books can all be found online.
Sweet.
Because, like, this is even more than Skyrim. There's just an incredible
yes.
amount to read. Ah, Guido pollen. Notes for my travels to northern Abistan. No, thank you. I'm good.
Guino pollen, I don't like the sound of it. Because it reminds me of the word, Oh, that's a real griffin. That's a griffin. That's a griffin.
Yep.
Hello, Griffin. Oh, do we have to fight him?
Goodbye, Griffin.
I hope not. Whoa, did you see all that?
Whoa, did you see all that? He was just standing there, still as a statue. Then he just up and flew away. Was that display in honor of my visit? I'm flattered. So I haven't played the game since whatever that is got introduced. So that's new.
That's new for you?
Yep.
Hell yes. What is that? Why is there a magnifying glass by the chair? By the upturned table?
Oh, here? Great Library of Kenabres has been ravaged and wrecked in the most barbaric way. Seems somebody took perverse pleasure in smashing lamps and furniture and tearing pages out of books.
Yeah.
Those fucks.
It's always a shame that, when things like this happen, it's always the knowledge that takes the first hit. Like, libraries, burning of libraries is,
I never found this before either. I think that's new.
Wow. Or you just never found it. Because you're, lame-o.
That's possible. But
Ooh.
unlikely. Okay, we're not gonna make that knowledge world check yet.
Okay.
Because there's no way we're making it. I mean,
I
not
guess we
impossible,
can.
but it would be hard.
Bestie, you're already medium encumbered.
That's fine. We're leaving.
Okay, don't forget to talk to the storyteller man.
Well, first I want to see who's got the best knowledge world and see if we can make this work.
Plus 12 on Nenu.
Yeah, 12. Nenio's definitely our best shot.
She needs to roll 13.
Not from a DLC? Never found it.
I told you you're just bad at video games.
I guess I'm bad at RNG. I should check.
RNG doesn't like you.
No, I can't blame him. I talk a lot of shit.
Da-da, Elmo's World.
No.
blame the word
Absolutely
world.
not.
Oh, Elmo's world.
Elmo's world's
Hi,
about to get a
Elmo.
lot smaller when I pull the trigger.
Jeez. Damn. Leave
Why?
Elmo alone, man.
No.
He's such a good boy.
No, he's not. He's obnoxious and I hate him.
He's a good boy. He
He's a
just
dick.
loves his little goldfish buddy.
He just loves being
You
annoying.
leave my friend alone. It's a good one. Oh man, there's this. I think maybe this was in March or January. I don't remember the time. But Elmo sent a tweet. So how are you all doing? And apparently everyone just trauma dumped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Let's head out.
Yeah. Alright.
because
Damn.
everyone's not okay.
Alright, I guess I don't actually have much to help with this.
Save.
Yeah, I can save Scummit. Actually, hold on.
I am nothing if not a save scubber.
Yeah. Failed. Statue of a lean man dressed in wizard's robes. You do not recognize him.
Is it supposed to be Drid Stewarden?
He is an elf who's young and wears leather armor.
I don't know. I don't follow his story like a nerd.
Also from a completely different universe.
I don't know. It could be in the same universe. It was on national news here in the States when Elmo asked how people were doing. Yeah. People were doing that badly. People are doing that badly.
True.
God. Boop. I boop you. Ah.
Statue
This is a statue of the mage who found the Black Wing Library. He cut the wing off a demon known as Vrock and hung it above the entrance.
nice.
That's metal.
Yeah. So
That was
that's
worth it.
I think his name is starts with an L. The guy that works in Tower of Estrad was trained by him.
Okay, wait, no, hold on. Talk to the storyteller. He's still here.
I know.
Oh, okay. You're looting still.
Just looking.
Sprendlove, the guardian of Kenabres. Sure,
Dragon.
the dragon.
Dragon
We'll
got
do that later.
got fucking killed.
Yeah.
All right.
Beheaded. In one stroke. Like a nerd.
Ichika, is it not? I recognized you from the sound of your footsteps.
There was a griffin statue here. It suddenly came to life and flew away. Do you know anything about it?
A griffin stood in this library for decades, but only today did he take flight. Why? I do not know, but I am glad his ancient slumber came to an end. The elf smiles at his thoughts. He has a long story behind him, and yet the real tale is only just beginning today. No, I will not reveal his secrets. I think your paths will cross again. You can ask him yourself.
I think I cursed myself.
Probably a party member who can transform.
Yeah. But also I've cursed myself.
Yeah?
Because my brain is now just a loop of la 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 la. La la
Yeah,
la la.
that's what you get.
Elmo's world.
That's what you get. You deserve it.
And
Go to the
let's
offender's
take
heart.
into Defender's Heart.
Please accept my sincere thanks again. And don't rush. I struggle with my old legs.
Oh, don't worry, man. We're gonna teleport you right there.
Yep. Zip Sam Zoom.
How can you see into the new? Right,
First
let's
things
go back
first.
to the tiefling place
Yeah, that's next.
that sells stuff.
But yeah, first things first is selling shit because we've got a lot.
You loot goblin. You loot gremlin. Can't believe I have so many friends who are loot gremlin.
Loot is just money yet to be made.
Mm-hmm. Oof, my nose.
Does it need a new booping?
I once again ask myself, why is my face so itchy? And the answer is, it's because I keep smushing my face in Koja's fluff.
Yeah, yeah. That would do it.
Does anyone deserve that hell getting stuck in your head?
Yes, Bob.
To be fair, I do like the song. Like, I don't mind it.
See, that's who deserves it.
The only thing that I mind is when it's Baby Shark. Because the jingle is so annoying.
I don't really see much of a difference, TBH.
I do.
I know you do.
Because I grew up with Elmo. And I like Elmo. I don't like Baby Shark.
I mean, I grew up with Elmo too, and I don't like him. Okay,
Yeah,
here's the
'cause
thing.
you're
Here's the
fun
thing.
hater.
I remember when the show wasn't the Elmo show, when he was just a character on Sesame Street. But after the Tickle Me Elmo became a massive hit, he just became the star of the show, and I hated it.
Hmm.
Taking the
To be
book about
fair,
making money? Nah.
to be fair, I don't know if you guys had access to this, but it was a group that was called High Five. I think it's from an I think it's Australian TV show. So it's a group of 5 people who regularly dance and then do these, segments. One of my favorite ones was this Asian lady on whom, of course, I had a crush on as a baby, but I didn't realize that was a crush.
Right.
And she has this cute octopus grape thing that lives in the cupboards, who sometimes help her with getting the things she needs for the little activity we are supposed to do with her.
Hmm.
But sometimes that little that little guy is a mischievous little boy
I see.
and will put it in a different cupboard from where he remembers she put it. So you can tell where my sense of humor came from.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are at the Thieveling's Hideout.
You're partial to Barney the dinosaur growing up. I get that. I was okay with Barney.
The basement
Mr.
is...
Charisme. Basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. A tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Woljith, brother Woljith, you got my message then.
Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisme. I was just one... It was just one thing after another. First, I was in shackles. Next, well, no, I was still in shackles, but I was being watched. And then the chief got me up, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd be waiting for me.
Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. You're going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. What happened? That bitch Irabas showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Um, the burden of proof lies on the accuser. She speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so you'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. In a single fluid motion, Kurizme adjusts her grip on her knife so that she is now holding it by the blade, as if preparing to throw it. Burden of proof? Are you a guard or something? I don't know how it is with your lot, but in the family, the highest rank is always right. And here, that's me. Well then, we'll just tell your story.
Well, what's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Kurizme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there. I mean, Woljif jerks his head forward. 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and she says, "We got a score. Ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place is guarded by a golem. Now, powerful scroll that would knock out the golem has just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us knew a bit of magic. We knew any enchanted junk would sell for pretty pennies, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging around the shop ahead of the job. No casting the spells, no calling attention to ourselves, or either the golem or the master. This job was top
No
secret.
casing out the place. That is all true so far. Go on.
We did everything right. The locks and the golem. I picked the lock. I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on lookout. Brother Malrun had the scroll. Daffy, Tavi, and Varnir brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in the sack. The one bright, expensive one rolled away from me.
I see.
I crawled under the table after it, and next thing I knew, Irabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by the tail, put me in shackles. They took all of the rings off me, about 20,000 worth. And to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted for nothing.
It is strange that you would go to the trouble of getting a ring that's under the table.
Yeah. I mean, he said it was particularly valuable. Now, maybe the 20,000 could have become 25,000.
So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where's the Moon of the Abyss, Brother Woljif? The Moon of the Abyss?
It was an amulet. I used to sit on a little cushion in the window of the Ancient Trees and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon. You know, like a crescent, waning moon. And in the middle was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Felliman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell this. I'll never sell it. It's a jewel of my collection. I used to go there to see all kinds of treasures they got. The treasures... See what kind of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Kenabres. People used to claim it was a more powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you in a second if you tried to fence it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knew that you were always hanging out ancient trees and wonders, drooling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you'd swipe it in the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up but you'd get off scot-free? And with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Erebeth arrest her own informant?
Took the words right out of my mouth. It didn't make any sense. If I was a rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and long been gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So, the fish in the... family. So the fish in the Selin can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? The Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure. But it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying for.
Can't I sense motiveless, dude?
Nope.
Damn it. You knew Erebeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. The problem is nobody's returned the amulet to Philman. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? Erebeth
The
wouldn't do that.
idea that Erebeth would take a cut.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Silly.
Love big animals, ran into performing circus. Act underneath an elephant. I wanted to say hi to the elephant. Hell yeah.
Cool. The elephants are cute.
Have you seen her? You think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Iomade rolled into one.
Zelo, please laugh. Zelo, please laugh. Yes! He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights who'll take bribes, I'm sorry to say. But Erebeth Haribade isn't one of them. Go on, Woljif. I'm going to assume that was Zelo laughing.
Well, it's her... yeah. Well, that's the whole story. Woljif crosses his arms, looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. That's a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. I don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to the Crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but that ain't that pretty.
Did you actually take it, Woljif?
If it's that important to you, Sister Charisma, I'll find it. I'll drag the traitor here. A traitor here by the horns, just so as you know, I didn't end up at the bottom of this.
Just so you don't.
Hold on. I dragged the traitor here by the horns, just so as you don't end up at the bottom of the cellar. But, whoa, I think my med's starting to wear off. But you know what? We're gonna do out. You know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone. And you're gonna apologize loud and clear so everyone hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woljif. You're a good guy and I was wrong about you.
Uh-huh. He stole the necklace. Fine. You're one of my people. which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljit, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, hearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the family's come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that's when we'll get you. Got that? Okay, jeez, calm down.
Yeah. Although it's very rich to make a threat like that to someone in, like, the entourage of a crusade commander.
Mm-hmm.
You have a way with words, Sister Charisma. A way that almost made me wet myself. But a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to the scary gal Erebeth. He knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking.
Also, Kenabres is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the fucking city? I'd be glad to leave, like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal. And it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who traitors off the hook either. So if I don't find the rat, superior, say, I'll wish a burning, Kenabres. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance. Until I find out who's the traitor here, no one's leaving. Alright, fine. Get the real traitor. Damn.
And I'll get my apology. Onward to Erebeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name.
Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Jeez.
Alright. Off to a magic store.
Magic star!
Well, I guess first Erebeth.
My stomach.
What about your stomach?
Doing a thing.
Oh. Could we call this soon?
I'm still good. It's just doing a thing. And I don't know what thing.
Erebeth rubs her red, tired eyes. Any success? How is the city?
There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who's your informant among the thieflings?
Erebeth arches her brows in surprise. Kenabres is threatened by a demon horde, and you'd have enough spare time to help out thieves? I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know.
At the very least, they'll know how to set traps.
Yeah. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out into a dark alley, handed me with a note, and disappeared. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, long horns, didn't fit under it.
Hmm.
There should be a guardian golem in Ancient Trees and Wonders. The shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Irori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Alright.
Hmm.
Let's go. Excuse me, damn. I know. Meds wearing off. Happens every night.
How dare you yawn? I am the yawner in this group of
Yeah.
friendship.
I feel like yawning is a pretty much universal experience, bestie.
No. Only me. I'm special.
Okay. Yes, dear.
I love sometimes saying greatly unreasonable things.
I know you do. But you're right, you are special. Pat, pat, pat.
Special ed.
Yes, that was the implication.
I wasn't actually.
Well, no! You're very smart. Oh, sounds like somebody's stuck.
Free at last. I thought
Oh
I'd be
my
flattened like a
God.
pancake
Yep.
out of that rumble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is so foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can
Name
do
of
to
the
help,
game.
I will.
Yeah, so the Pathfinder Society is
Uh,
a thing in the universe.
Pathfinder?
That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Kenabres, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn.
What I meant was, what are you?
What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kelets of the Star Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or did you mean to ask
Pellets
about my
of the
weapon of choice?
Starai
My best
clan.
weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I am best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me Phantom Blades.
Phantom Blade?
It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors.
Ah, like this one. The sea. Wait, no. How did you end up in this shop?
I've been waiting here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here.
I see. The city is under attack by the demons.
Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. And then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Kenabres, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
So, he doesn't seem to know that he's a sword.
Alright, I'll take you with me.
I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word.
He's a sword.
He is an
He's a
actual
talking
sword.
sword.
And guess what? We can talk to him because he's a party member.
Jesus.
You can
Oh,
also
okay,
make him into
okay.
anything. So he's not especially good as a weapon. Like, he's decent early game, but he gets outclassed pretty quickly. Let's see who needs what. Let's give you a better short sword.
What do he do?
You're wielding Fidian, the taunting
2/7
weapon.
damage.
It's a +1 ghost, cold iron ghost touch weapon.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does he talk while we're wielding him?
Yeah, he'll talk from time to time, but the main way to talk to him is
Through that dialogue,
through
maybe?
that dialogue, but it's not worth our time yet.
Okay. Must we sneak?
No.
Okay. Oh. Loot. That's a heart. We just
Monic
picked up a
heart.
heart.
Just found a heart.
That's a weird thing to collect.
Yep.
Oh, that's the ring that you dropped.
Yep, it's a gold ring. Yeah, he was telling the truth.
What do you know? Unique weapons and antique armor were previously displayed on these stands. It's unlikely their new owners even know their true value. Oh. What
It's
is
a
that?
pipe box.
Oh,
It's a extra familiar.
we get a pipe box.
So it gives a
would
+3
like a
to
pipe
knowledge
box.
arcana and a +2 to perception. Here, Nenio, have a pipe box.
We love animals in this group.
Mm-hmm. I like
People
that.
really love to counterfeit this Derek Sandhammer's
Yes.
jewelry.
Yes, they do. I mean, his shit's apparently really, really good.
The formerly well-appointed shop now looks a sorry state. It has been completely ransacked. Lying in the corner next to a scorched wall are the soot-covered shards of a clay golem's head. The golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master! Code word! Hand over Rory.
Code word.
Hand of Rory. Code word correct. Golem's eyes glow brighter. Awaiting order.
Already tired of talking that
about-
slow, huh?
Yes. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to the shop last week.
Yeah, what Dark Savant says. He is a pretty good weapon early in the game for people who don't have a magic weapon yet.
Mm. The golem is silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human, female, old. Non-male, old. Human, female.
I hope you really off customers until nightfall. We need to ask it a different way.
Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? Tieflings. 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. Describe the middle-aged male tiefling. Tiefling male. Medium skin. Long. Long horns. Medium length tail. Eye pale blue. Skin color dark. Special observation. Red hair.
Oh, well, that's our trader. I bet my life on it. Here's May drilled it into our heads that we wasn't to go hanging around the shop. Red hair. We've got a couple of gingers. Plenty who are out to get the who get it out of a bottle. So much for special observation. Guess golems ain't all they're cracked up to be, eh? Maybe the master knows
Okay.
more.
Enough. How to basement. Where is your master? Ow! Philemon Fruliatros, my master's in hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. Prohibited. Prohibited.
Explain. Now, he likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere.
Where is the basement in this place? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited.
Right.
Alright, let's go. Are we just gonna move him?
Yep, Lon just moved the golem for us.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Prohibited. Wait, no, don't move me. Wait, no. This is my purpose in living. You cannot move. Oh, you moved me.
Alright, so we got Philemon, Fruliatros. The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is curled up in a corner of the basement, shaking. Marauders! Bandits! Scavengers! And a very good day to you as well, my dear shopkeep. Yeah, makes sense. We're all those things, and much, much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat?
Please calm down. No one's going to rob you.
The gnome peers at you. You look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. You came here to tell me that the nightmare is over. No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back! The gnome notices Woljif. His rounded face turns scarlet. You! Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. The gnome seems to settle slightly. My name's Philemon Fruliatros. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it.
You can always claim to be an owner of something.
Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe. Nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix.
Sure. Tell me about the tieflings that visit ancient trees and woods, whatever.
Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the City Guard or the Eagle Watch. Steve, if he keeps digging his heels in, say the word. I know how to loosen a tongue.
Bluff 20.
Plus 18.
I'm helping the Eagle Watch culprits.
So, they haven't got the... So they haven't got the thieflings? I thought the city's finest were on the job. And they... You can't rely on anyone. Ask your questions, then, if they're so important. I want to know about the red-headed tiefling.
Red-haired... Yeah.
Falls into thinking. A red-haired tiefling. I suppose, yes, there was one that came in. Spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means, I could tell from his clothes. But he asked me to show him an ASMR-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected something might be off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind to ease. Can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak, like he was freezing. That's all I have. That's it.
A green cloak.
That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister Kira's man we go. Have a good, long shifty with all my brothers and his clues together. Something tells me our traitor ain't gonna go without wriggle out of this one.
Alright, let's go then. Jeez. Me about Woljif.
Oh, it's weird that you can't do anything else.
I don't want to attack him.
No. Old Jeff Toe, right? Yes, I've known him for a long time. I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon at the abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with the gang that robbed my shop, I'll bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, they're the ones who got the moon. I wanted to see it return too. You get me? I don't like the idea of other people's scruffy mitts on it. I guess we have to ask all of them. It was just a normal
Found
lady.
everything I wanted to know.
Yeah. So he's saying, I'd rather be here on display and you own it than some fucking other thiefling sell it. Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. It seems like he just really likes the thing.
Ooh.
Maybe it has some meaning
Excuse
to
me.
him that we don't know yet.
Mm.
Alright, so the red-headed one, with the green cloak.
I think after this one, I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. These were the two things we wanted to accomplish.
Please ignore my yawn noises.
Okay. Yep. It's all good.
Please. None of you heard that.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Good. None of you heard anything. You're all deaf.
Got a little overboard there, bestie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. But still, none of you heard that, okay? For that one singular moment. You've all lost your hearing for just a bit.
Why are you beating this horse? It's dead.
I don't know. Kurizme drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. Take a good look at the suspect. Keep your eyes are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrune and Doffy. The dark-skinned tieflings are Vernier, Doffy, and Melrune. Doffy and Melrune and Tavi have straight horns, but Tavi is female. Only Vernier and Melrune have green cloaks. I'm ready to give a name.
Well,
Melrune!
go on. Tell her. Traitor is Melrune. Pay for this. Vote here, and Hapsamira will get you in the end.
Ooh?
Yeah, good question. Grab him. Yeah, take it for question.
Interesting. Time passed 30 minutes? Time passes after doing quests?
Oh yeah, there is a timer system. It's more important when you're outside in the world because, like, the longer you're awake, the more likely you are to become fatigued. And, like,
Okay.
yeah. Events happen
Fair
on
enough.
timer sometimes. It's a thing.
Claire's looks weary, but her earlier tension has clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the moon of the abyss. The best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. Got the scroll to take up the golem. He betrayed us to Erebeth so he could swipe the amulet in the chaos. He thought we'd get nicked and he'd slink off and to meet up with his customer.
So what she assumed happened was true. It just wasn't Walter.
Why would she well, I guess Woljif was the one who keeps looking at it,
Yeah,
right?
he clearly had an obsession with it.
Hmm. So
got
I'll
the-
apologize now.
You got the moon of the abyss? Let me look at it one more time. A whole life I've tried to hold it in my hands, if only for a second.
He said when he got to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultist. I don't give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this.
Okay, so I guess we now have to track down this moon of the abyss.
So, what are you gonna do now? Clear out of this place. Sooner the better. City is dying and I don't want to die with it. Fair enough. The city would have already died if not for the people who stood up to defend it with weapons. With weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city. But we've always been outsiders here. Why should we fight for you now? I agree. Alright. Do they call themselves thieflings or did they earn the name?
It's like they're called the family, but most of them just, yeah, I don't know if they came up with it or not. Probably not. But they wear it. Like, they're fine being called tiefling.
So what are you gonna do to the traitor? Frisme nonchalantly picks her nails with her knife tip. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives in the farm. To think about what he did. Questions?
Right. Cement boots
Dying.
in the river. Got it. Oh.
I've never been to a farm. Imagine it's really pretty. Fields and apple trees and chickens. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Chicken.
I have to go.
I have. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around long either. Let's go.
Sister? You forgot something.
Oh, wait, no, look. He looks at her. His cheeks are flushed. He's nervously looking. He wants his apology.
Yes. His tail swishing through
Aw.
the air.
What now? You should be happy to be alive.
An apology. You promised to apologize to me. loudly in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well?
Ah, that. Oh, sorry, Rose, for being wrong about you this time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. Diplomacy 20, that was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Kurzme's eyes harden, but then she sighs. All right. Fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms.
Yeah.
Do I push it?
Push it like an asshole.
Ichika wouldn't. I would.
I know you would.
Ichika wouldn't.
If you thought
Ichika's
you could get
nice
away with
person.
it, you totally would. Or just watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief, when you get a spare minute, come see me. I got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below the ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads.
Clever. Let's go.
But one thing
And
that
save.
we didn't get before we finish up. Back here, there was a whole bunch of treasure
Oh.
that is now missing because they had time to pack up and move out. I think that you can still get stuff in there, though. Oh no, never mind. It's still here. I thought for sure it was taken.
Then these must not be the best ones.
Yeah, we even got the account book. No, I remember there just being nothing in there.
Oh. That Woljif even says that, you failed.
What's that?
Yeah, go up. Like, there was this dialogue where, did you think that Sister Charisma would have forgotten to lock with a pile of gold here, whatever?
Yeah, alright. Maybe I was just thinking about there being more. Anyway, I can't scroll easily. I need a new mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Understandable.
but yeah, let's save here,
Let's
and
go!
next time we'll go back to the main square and finish exploring it.
Yeah. This is a fun game.
It really is, isn't it?
I like all the characters so far. Even the ones that I kind of dislike.
Yeah.
Like Horgus Gorm.
Yep.
What a dingus.
Like every single character that is even remotely important seems to have a second or third dimension to them.
Yeah.
And our party are just like, how do I put this? I know Baldur's Gate 3 tried to present itself as being a party full of weirdos. These guys are weirder.
Yeah, these guys are weirder. Like Nenio is off-putting.
Nenio's so strange!
Ember is off-putting in a different
In a
way.
very
She's
different way, yeah.
She's like, you know the trope where children are always the scary creatures in shows?
Yeah.
In horror shows? Yeah, that's her. That's Ember.
Mm-hmm.
Ember is the creepy one.
Ember has an incredible wisdom.
Yeah.
Despite, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the comment about like we should stop war so that children wouldn't know, that the children of the future won't know what children now
Yeah.
know.
And we shouldn't
Right?
worship
And that's
gods
true.
because the gods are just as helpless as we are, as evidenced by their
Yeah.
inability to actually do anything.
Yeah. Like if they can truly help you, then surely they would help you.
Yeah.
And if why must they be bound by laws or rules that say they cannot help you if they are gods?
Yeah.
And yeah. Alright. I
Yeah.
vibe with that.
Like, I prayed to Iomedae when my father and I were being burned at the stake by Iomedae's Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do anything for us.
Okay. Just to
Yeah.
hurt everyone, a friend of mine sent me a tweet. So you don't like my jokes about ghosts having sex with owls? Well, boo fucking who?
Yep.
I hate it.
But,
It's funny, but I hate it. But test.
yeah.
Mother. Good job. Very funny. Go away now.
Oh, speaking of going away, before I do that, I want to thank my patrons for their support over at patreon.com/GreatCanadianGuy. Psst, perfect segue.
Yeah.
In particular,
Perfect.
my producers who contribute $5 or more a month to the Patreon. They are Scipio, Chalzier, Midnight Saber, Keegan, Bjornvar, Telipic, Vivacia, Emerald Embers, Dark Savant, Bop.o, Zombie Fighter 89 on Twitter, Yako the Rockbender, Sid the Squid, and Bassem El Wakil. And I believe we'll be coming back to this tomorrow.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or the
'cause
quarry.
I believe we'll be coming back to this tomorrow.
Or the quarry. We just don't know yet.
I'm pretty sure I do. Pretty sure I know. Bye, everybody.
Or the quarry.
Do not believe this
Or
liar.
The quarry.